I'm getting a ton of messages and reels and comments. It's actually pretty cool. I like that, people are sending me things that they're seeing out there they have questions about. And so just wanted to address, I think one of the larger elephants in the room right now, as it pertains to what people are sending me, is that women should not be doing cold plunge and cold exposure, as it could cause them to get into a place of overstress and elevated cortisol levels and all the things that come along with the cold exposure. To that point, it's not a matter of the ice causing too much stress. A lot of times, the ice is supposed to cause stress. The cold therapy and exposure to cold therapy is about putting your body in a place of discomfort and understanding that it is going to elevate your stress levels, similar to working out, right? So workouts will raise your cortisol levels. Reading an email from a certain person, a certain employee, a certain employer will cause your cortisol levels to go up. Stress is all around us, and I've never been a proponent that somebody should do the cold plunge and have a cold plunge once and that's it. It's not an end all be all. It's not just a one-time deal, and nor should you do it every single day if you've never had that as a part of your training regimen or as a part of your practice. Cold plunging and these modalities that people are using that help you to regulate your body's stress hormones, that help your body to really understand what it is to go from fight or flight to rest and digest, and being able to control that, being able to have the elements of practice be something that your body's engaging in on a regular basis, and seeing that we live in a world that's full of stress and we're going to encounter stress. The cold plunge and exposing your body to cold water is a practice of stress. It's a practice of understanding how to deal with that stress and to be able to really have control of your breath. In those moments where you feel like you're losing control, the cold plunge allows you to have an opportunity to expose yourself to that and practice. How am I going to deal with that stress situation? How am I going to get out of that situation? What is my body's response? And can I control that response? Can I not just have a reaction, but can I have a controlled response to that stress level? And I've seen countless women, men and women alike, but specifically as it relates to this topic, women have come in and really had an extraordinary time understanding their bodies, meeting themselves where they are at, and learning about what it is to actually control that stress response and put that into a practice so that they can control other areas of their life where they would normally be stressed out. And so it's not a matter of just saying, okay, ice baths are bad for women. It's a matter of how and when you're doing it. And you got to take everything in moderation. Nothing is meant to just be an end all be all. There is a ton of information out there, and there's a ton of practices out there, and there's a ton of ways to approach how you're going to engage in cold plunging and cold therapy. And with that, you have to have some education behind that, and hopefully you have somebody who's walking you through that, somebody who's going to be able to take you through that and show you exactly what meaning behind the cold plunge and cold exposure is, and how you can deal with that, maximize it for your own body's health and longevity.